We back at it this week with week 11 Pickems, if you know what I'm saying. Last week we went 10-4, not too shabby if you ask me. So I clearly know a little bit of ball, maybe a bit more ball than you. So you might as well stick around and get my picks and maybe put it on your Pick'em list. Let's talk about it. Obviously, we're going to skip over the Pats-Jets game that happened yesterday with the Pats winning. Their easy schedule continues. That schedule easy as fuck, but we'll talk about that more Monday. For now, we're going to start with the Bengals and the Steelers. The Unk Bowl last time was a banger. Can they follow it up with a banger part 2, but this time during the day? I think there's a chance. I'm going to go with the Bengals here, though. I think the Steelers are reeling, and they're slowly starting to come down and do their Steelers thing where they finish 9-8 every year, and I think it's starting right now. The Dolphins and Commanders, a game that I really do not care about whatsoever. Like, I wish both teams could lose, to be honest. I don't care. But if I had to pick a team to win, Miami's offense is looking like it's back on the up and up. Maybe Mike McDaniel figures something out. I'm going to go with the Dolphins. We're going to continue with the 1 o'clock games. Next, we're going to go with Houston versus the Titans. Now, this one is a little bit more interesting now that Davis Mills is officially starting instead of C.J. Stroud, but the Titans are the worst team in football, so I'm going to go with the Texans. Next question. My Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. A rematch of Week 1, NFC North Division rival in Minneapolis. I'm not going to lie, this is going to be a tough game. It's going to be rough. It's probably going to be back and forth. But you know I'm picking my Bears, bro. We got to go to 7-3. We need it. The Panthers versus Falcons is a game of two teams that are, once again, reeling, that are on the low and low and low, and they keep going down. Which team do I trust more? Neither. But, oh, this is tough. I'm going to go with the Falcons here, I think. I'm going to go with the Falcons. Then we got the Packers versus the Giants. The Packers just got embarrassed on Monday Night Football by the Eagles, and they got embarrassed by the Panthers the week before. I feel bad for the Giants this week. I'm not going to lie. I think the Giants are going to get spanked. As much as I said I didn't want to pick the Packers ever in these pick'ems, I have to this week. I mean, that's just too obvious to pick the fucking Giants. The Chargers at the Jaguars should be another closely knit contest. Should be a pretty good game overall. But the Jaguars are reeling. Their offense is starting to regress to the mean. Trevor Lawrence is clearly not that guy, unfortunately. Trevor Diamond, Madden 20 will always be a treasure to me. But I'm going to go with the Chargers. Next up, we got the Bucks versus the Bills. There's a lot of good games this week, but this is at least top 5 games of the week. The Bucks need a win. The Bills need a win. Which power is going to win over more? I think Josh Allen is going to take the cake in this one. The 49ers at the Cardinals. Brock Purdy is finally back. He may look a little rusty. The first half may be a little bit rough for him, but I think that the 49ers are just a better team overall than the Cardinals, so I'm going to go with the 49ers. And then we go over to what is potentially game of the week, if not the game of the week, the second game of the week, the Seahawks versus the Rams. This is hard. Like, genuinely, I don't know who to pick. Do you pick the Seahawks' insane defense and the consistency of JSN and Darnold, or do you pick the Rams' insane offense and the consistency of Jared Verse in their defense? I don't know. I think I'm going to go with the Rams because they have the home tilt here, and oh, this is a tough one. I think I'm going to go with the Rams, though. I think I just like them better as a team. And let's be honest, sometimes you got to be a little bit biased in your pick'ems. Let's get to the end of the slate here, though, because we got some fire games to end this off Sunday night. We got Denver. We got KC, the Chiefs. These games usually bang every single year, you feel what I'm saying? But the Chiefs need a win. The Chiefs need to win bad. And the Broncos have been lucking out some crazy W's in the clutch. That has to end eventually, and I think the Chiefs are the ones that do it. I know our last 3 games of the week here. We got the Baltimore Ravens. We got the Cleveland Browns. The Browns defense has been balling, but that doesn't matter when your offense is a literal elementary school offense. I'm going to go with the Ravens here. They are streaking, and they're probably going to win the AFC North. Insanely. It's insane to say that considering they started, what, 1-4, 1-5? Eagles fans, unite, baby! Let's go! The Eagles-Bears alliance is up there with one of the best alliances of all time, probably. Every time I hear about this, every time I see something about this, I'm just like, yeah, man. And then I think about 2018, I'm like that Akira meme. Ah! So we gonna let this alliance keep going for another 2 weeks until Black Friday. Then we're going to have to duke it out. But until then, I'm going to pick the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. And last, but hell, certainly least on the game slate this week. Jesus. We had some banger-ass games, and you're telling me we couldn't flex out the Cowboys and the Raiders for the... I would have taken the Vikings and the Bears again on Monday night. I would have wanted the rematch. The Rams and Seahawks should be a primetime game that everybody gets to see. Like, why are we forced to watch the Raiders and the Cowboys play football? We got no choice but to watch them play, man. We might as well pick a winner, right? I think I'm going to go with the Cowboys with the new kind of improved defense that they'll have. I still think Ashton Genty's going to have a crazy game. But even so, I think with those new additions, especially that offense being as good as it is, I think it's going to be able to pull out some wins, and especially over the Raiders, who are low mid, very low mid as fuck. Yeah, man, that's going to be my predictions for week 11 of the NFL slate. I'm trying to hear yours in the comments down below. If you agree with mine, if you disagree with mine, I'm seeing your. Let me just see your picks. Let's just see your picks. Let's talk about it in the comments down below, man, because you know we got to talk about it. Simple.